What's up, everybody? Dr. Giggles in the house. And yes, it's a Friday night stream. Last night being, Valentine's Day, I figured, I wasn't going to be around. So instead of not having a show, we move it to tonight for this week. So I'm glad to see people are in the chat. Glad to see people watching. We'll have some fun tonight. There's topics all over the place. We're going to talk about, for those that didn't pay attention, maybe didn't care, whatever, or no notifications, we released the 2020, one of my early Six Flags predictions, and then I released the 5-year plan, what I think is, and as I hear more things, I'll change them, I'll update them, things like that. We'll talk about, Fright Kingdom. We're going to talk about the hilarious Chucky Cheese Shane Dawson thing that I was laughing about. We'll talk about the Six Flags Cedar Fair, the financial results for 2018, and stuff like that. What's a Valentine? Usually for me, it's Mary Palmer and her 5 sisters. That's usually my Valentine. I was lucky enough to have one. So... But sometimes not having one could be a good thing. And the reason why I say that is you save a lot of money. I mean, think about this. Valentine's is a stupid Hallmark holiday. Like, even when I talk to Jessica about it, we both agree. It's stupid. I mean, it means more to girls than it does us. Hey, what's up, Isabel Vlogs? We all know Valentine's means more to a woman than it does a guy. Right? We all know that. But... it's stupid. What it does is it gives guys the permission to get away with being all romantic just for one day a year. Why not do that every day or a lot more than one time a year? You know what I mean? Like, I get, Hallmark needs to make that money, sell them greeting cards, and people need to sell candy and flowers. And what better way to do that than with a stupid holiday? Right? It's like Christmas. Sell everything. Easter. and Halloween, and I like Halloween just because I like the scary stuff, and I like Christmas because I like when I get gifts. Even though I notice once you have kids and stuff and you get older, you don't really get as many gifts. I miss those days. That sucks she's out there, but at least she's coming home at the end of the month. That's good. That's good that she comes back, because I tell her thank you for everything that she does, because I have this thuggish, I do the Dr. Giggles thing. I'm like a badass, and you know what? I would not have the balls to be over. I mean, if things were going down here, like Civil War, people trying to kill me and my kids, you best believe I'm going in a gun safe and going all out like Billy the Kid until somebody kills me. But to sign up and do that, no, I couldn't do that. I just couldn't. I know that sounds crazy, but I know I couldn't, and I appreciate the people that do. Yeah, I seen you were doing that, Isabel. When you do make a vlog about that, please, by all means, share that video with me. If just share it with me. I'd like to watch it. I like seeing other people's takes on what they do. I know, doing vlogs and everybody's on YouTube either trying to get subscribers or whatever they're doing, and things seem oversaturated. But don't ever get discouraged by that. I don't. I mean, I don't even have 1,000. And you know what? You got to, if you're doing it for the wrong reasons, don't do it. If you're doing it because you like to do it, that's the right reason. It doesn't matter if you have 1 subscriber or 1 million subscribers. It's all about doing what you love. Would I love to be making money on a platform? Not many. I mean, you got to be somebody like a Shane Dawson or a Paul Logan or something to make money. You know what I'm saying? I just like doing this. I like doing this show because it gives me something to do. I like filming stuff, and we've talked about this before. Some of the stuff I film is complete garbage. You know what I mean? And some of the stuff I film is complete awesomeness. And sometimes this Grove show is awesome, and sometimes this Grove show sucks. But I mean, that's the ups and the downs of all that. So I'm really looking forward to see what you have, Isabella, to do, and anybody else. That's like what I've decided to do. Instead of trying to hold tight everything with SFNEOnline, I'm starting to let more people in slowly to do things like Marcus Bean has done food reviews for us. We got this new guy. I don't know how many of you know him, Shane Joseph. He's gonna help me out. He's the one that wrote that article about the restaurants. So he's gonna help write some more articles. He's also in school for film editing. So when we need things to either scripts, because we're gonna start scripting some more stuff. I'm actually gonna be working on a skit. He gave me the script for it, and we're gonna start filming that. I got him working on a couple other scripts. He's going to work on some articles. He's going to do some video editing. There's so much for me to do, like the Fairtown thing. There's so many things on my plate that in order for me to get that done, I need to stop making videos for like a week. Yeah, like do the Grow Show, but like I need to like spend a whole week, and I'm going to have to pull some all-nighters, but I can get it done. I got a vision now, and that thing is going to go crazy. I don't know if we're friends on Facebook. You can message it on SFNEOnline on Facebook. You can message me it. I don't know if we're friends on Facebook. If you just look up Joshua Martins, I'm in Pasco, Rhode Island. By all means, friend request me, and you can share it there. I don't know how it works with sharing the links, like in YouTube chats. I don't know how that's all set up and stuff, but by all means, share me. I'd like to check it out. I like it when what I want to do is I want to get more people involved. SFNEOnline is a community. It's not Dr. Giggles or Joshua Martins, whatever you want to call him. It's not about me. It's about everybody. It's a community. We all love the same shit. So why not have everybody have a chance to step up and make something half decent and contribute to something that we all love? That's what it's all about, and that's what it's going to be about. It's a fan site for fans by fans, and that's just what we're doing. And if people don't like it, well, you don't have to you don't have to watch certain things. If you watched it or you don't like that person, that's fine. You don't have to like that person. Like, oh, okay, that video is not for me. I'll get the next one, maybe. Oh, my dad texts me. But yeah, so like I said, this week we'll talk about that Chuck E. Cheese thing. Yeah, it's fine. You can hit me up on the thing. Yeah, I know. I share my Facebook private. I don't care. You know what I mean? People can just message me and whatever. So like I said, we're going to talk about the Cedar Fair and Six Flags financials. Volcano leaving. Some Kings Island news. Islands of Adventure news. We're going to talk about Fright Kingdom, the Shane Dawson Chuck E. Cheese thing. My prediction, 5-year plan. Great Wolf Lodge. I need to download a picture real quick because I forgot to because I'm an idiot. But yeah, I'm an idiot. I was supposed to download this like today, and I've been like cleaning because everybody knows that, with me getting married. What's this? Okay, it's coming and jamming. Anyway, like I was saying, like with me getting married, having to sell my house, I've been like cleaning, taking things off the wall, getting everything ready to like paint and fix things and fix doors that the kids broke and holes in the walls and all that stuff. So it's stuff like that I'm trying to, what do you call it? I'm trying to do, and there's a lot of stuff. There's just so much stuff going on. I started like filming different bits and pieces when things of the wedding keeps popping up because I want to vlog that. It's what I want to do, and why can't I save this? Is it just being a douche canoe? Oh, there it is. We're just going to put it in my download so I can find it faster. Save it. That's fine. But yeah, like I said, those are the like crazy things that are going to do, Brandon Allen sometimes does, but I've been doing a lot of it too. So you know what I'm saying? It's one of those. It's one of these things where it depends on any given day. There are days, like I said, there are days that I do it. There's days that Brandon Allen does it, and You know, like AJ, he does a lot of stuff on Facebook. I do a lot of stuff on Facebook. Luco is a blessing with his filming because I suck at film. We can all agree, like when I'm actually out filming with a camera, I suck. If you can tell the difference between myself and Luco filming. When you watch videos of me filming, I'm quick. I don't like take my time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like, I get a camera and I'm like, you know, whatever. And then it's like this. Luco is actually like this. Like, he's slow and he's great. And I need to do that myself. You know, I don't do that enough. And it's great to have the people helping. You know, a lot of people like give me, you know, email. Like Marcus Bean feeds me a lot of information from his area because he lives down by Fiesta, Texas. So he's always emailing me stuff, which is great. So I get to learn more about it or what's going on at the park, and then when it's newsworthy, we use it. You know, so it's always great to see just the community just being built, and I love it. And that video that we released about the 2020 predictions, for us, it's being a very good video for us. A lot of people are commenting. And the best part about that video is nobody's being a douche. Like, everybody is, like, commenting, leaving their thoughts about it, what they think. People from other areas. And, yes, I miss Frontier City. And that was tough for me. I forgot all about Frontier City, to be honest. But it's tough to gauge that because it hasn't always been, you know, like the last so many years, it hasn't been Six Flags putting capital into the park, so it's kind of tough. And then, you know, the 5-year plan. But I'm also, as we get closer to the announcements later this year, I'm going to do another prediction video and update my 5-year plan as I start hearing things. So that 5-year plan is always going to get adjusted. You know, I'll always make a new video about it, and I'll just put update. That way you don't think it's like the same video being like re-uploaded or something. It's always it's an ever revolving door. I don't know what you look like, Isabel. So I'll reverse that comment to you. If you see me, you see this ugly face right here, right, that you're looking at right now. If you see it, just come up, high five, say hi, whatever. Just introduce yourself, because one, I'll forget. I'm not being an ass. I will forget. People are more likely to remember than I am. Just because you know what I mean? Like, you're caught up in a day, you're doing your thing, and, you know, and even if you see me filming, come say hi. And then, you know, I tell it to everybody. If you see me, say hi. I don't care, even if I'm filming. I'll just turn the camera on you, and you'll be in my whatever video I'm making. That's all. Some people are like, oh, I don't want to do that. I want to bother. People are like, I don't want to bother you. Who the hell? I'm nobody special. I'm just me. I'm just a guy walking around a park filming things. That's just me. Anyway, so let's talk about King's Dominion. So they announced, and a lot of people are pissed about the way that King's Dominion did this. They did this just on their blog and was like, oh yeah, by the way, it's closed, never going to open, you know, due to whatever. They didn't exactly say. Now, there's a lot of rumors about why Volcano's closing, because, like, it was down 90%, 95% of the year. It wasn't open for CoasterCon. It wasn't open for most of it. So, yeah, I'm a needle in a haystack. Yeah, I'd rather, you know, yeah, you only need to know one name. And if I have to remember all these people, yeah, I just tell people, just come up and say hi. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, we talk, like, in this chat, and we talk on this show. That's how it's going to be when we meet. It's just going to be like, hey, what up? Hang out. You know, you want to come? You want to hang out and go on rides with us? We don't tell people to screw. We're not that kind of people. You know, I might be rolling with, like, Luco and Jessica and the kids and whoever else is with us for that day. Or maybe it's just me. I don't know. I don't tell people to go away or I'm too busy. Ask Marcus, ask anybody that's met me. I'm not that kind of guy. I don't tell people to screw. You know, like, we all know, like, in the coaster enthusiast communities, that there's these cliques and all this other stuff. And I hate the cliques. I don't think of, like, my group as a clique. I think of my group as a ever-revolving door of people coming in and out. Because I don't expect people to drop what they're doing to hang out with us all day. But if you want to hang out with us, eat lunch with us, go on rides with us, we don't care. you want to hang out with us for an hour and they're like, oh, I want to go hang out and do something up. By all means, that's fine. Trust me, if you've seen the ragtag group of people we hang out with, you know that everyone and everything is welcome. Just so you know. But yeah, so anyway, back to King's Dominion. The rumors that we all heard, right, were the structure of the volcano was really bad. It needed track replacement. I've heard everything under the sun. So, I mean, we all saw the signs. I mean, I even thought last year, that it was never going to reopen. I was hoping it did. I know it's like this weird, quirky coaster. The best part of it is the launch coming out of the volcano. You know, it goes upside down a little bit. It doesn't have much of, like, a lot of track and doesn't do a whole lot. It's a weird, unique ride, but I miss it. And, yeah, we're going to get into that in a few minutes. Once I get through all this news, I'm going to talk about that. The Shane video on Chuck E. Cheese, because it's hilarious. Yeah, like I said, Charles, I try to welcome everybody. I don't want anybody to ever think that I'm an asshole, to be honest. Like, I don't want anybody to think I have like a rock star attitude and I'm better than everybody, because that's not me. That's not how I am. That's not how I'm never going to be. Even if I blew up on YouTube by some miracle and had 1 million subscribers, I would still be the same person and still hang out with everybody, even though more people and be more popular might be a problem, but I would still hang out with people. But that's just me. So, again, I don't know what you guys think about this volcano. One, let me ask you guys this. Are you upset at the way that they closed the ride? I mean, there wasn't anything they could really do to, like, give last rides because there's something going on that they're not talking about. But they just did it in a blog post. They didn't even really give it, like, a final farewell, with some fanfare or nothing. It was just like, oh, it's gone. See you later. Bye. And do you guys agree at what they did? Are you okay with it? Are you a little upset about it? I'm kind of in the middle. Like, I get it. What are you going to do about a ride that didn't really work last year? You decided to get rid of it. I mean, I see DJ Doug says, I saw it coming. A lot of us seen it coming. It's weird. It's because, surprisingly, it's a very beloved coaster. I didn't think so. And a lot of people were shocked and sad, which, you know, I feel that way when a lot of rides go. Some rides are like, oh, thank God that thing's going. Like when they announced Mean Streak was closing and then it was going to become Steel Vengeance, I'm like, thank you, God, because I never wanted to ride Mean Streak again. You know? Yeah, Orbiter at Wonderland, like, for me, if I owned a park, I would want to make sure that I did something for any ride leaving. Like, if I could give last rides on it, I would give last rides. If not, I would make it so that there was a big to-do about it, not just a blog post. That's honestly, like, I think for me, because, like, seeing the writing on the wall, that it was still shocking to actually physically hear that it was going, but at the same time, I felt shocked, but not shocked, I guess. And I felt that, I felt they kind of should have done something a little bit more, honestly, for Volcano. I mean, for me, it's going to be missed. I loved it. I think I got to find it. It's in a frame. I never hung it on the wall here, and I might have taken it out of the frame. I don't remember. I have the picture with me with a sign saying, I think it was my 250th coaster back a few years ago. So, you know, I have the on-ride photo of me holding the picture and, you know. My thoughts on Cyborg, and matter of fact, I recorded a video tonight. It's not going to come out till next week. I'm going to edit it like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, whatever. My thoughts about Cyborg, and what I did with this video that I recorded was I went more in depth than I did for 2020 for Six Flags. Like, I had like this whole thing in my mind that I wanted to talk about between 2020 and what it meant for this year and all this other stuff. So, you know, the one, how do I put it like this? I love that it's basically a new aged Wipeout indoors with lighting and fog and whatever. We know the effects aren't always going to last long and work long. Just how slick Six Flags rolls, which is unfortunate. but at the same time, they need to get rid of Kryptonite. And I know we've talked about this. Kryptonite's getting a full rehab right now, from the last we heard. Like, for the off season, it's getting a full rehab. So they could take that and give it to another park that doesn't have one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm all for adding new rides. We could, I mean, I don't know about anybody else, but let's face it. I think they did a switcheroo between us and Six Flags St. Louis at the last second. I've talked about this a million times. That's my gut feeling. I don't know for a fact, and I know if I ask Jen McGrath or Jen Mance, they're not going to answer that question. So I'm not even going to bother asking them if a switcheroo came. Now, the evidence points in the video that's going to release this week coming up. I talk about the fact of every time a ride got announced, you know, if the park's open that day, you could go in that morning, you know, that day, and you will see banners and promotions all over the park. The banners and stuff didn't show up till like, what, almost a month later or something like that? Like, you could tell something wasn't right. They had nothing that's not like, you know, all the other parks had stuff up. New England and St. Louis did not. You know, Six Flags needs to get rid of the clones, but, you know, a lot of people were pissed off about Cyborg, and maybe it's because we already have Kryptonite, and they could have just moved Kryptonite inside. I don't know, but I like the fact we're getting Cyborg. I like what they're doing. Now, and I said, like, when I did my, you know, Cyborg video, saying, look, it's not the ride we wanted, it's the ride we got, but it's really the first step to getting a true dark ride. Like, we have Houdini, and I feel that Houdini's days are numbered. Not that I want Houdini to go. I love that ride. I try to ride it as much as possible. I feel there's going to be this resurgence of Crack Axle Canyon. And I think Tomahawk's going to leave. Rodeo's going to leave. I think Houdini's going to leave. I think they're going to revamp that whole area. I think Goliath's leaving. I think Flashback is leaving. I mean, that's another video for another time. But these are the rides. I think you're going to see all your clone duplicates are going to be gone. Within 10 years, all the duplicates should be gone. Hopefully they don't add more duplicates to the pile, but I think that's what's going to happen. But I feel doing this, like, they really need, like, one thing well, actually, there's two types of things that Six Flags New England needs. Hey, what's up, Eli? One, we need a bunch of flats. We're short on flats. I know we're not a huge park like a Great Adventure or anything, but we got a crap ton of coasters. Crap ton. For the size of the park, crap ton of coasters. Yeah, we could always use more, right? I don't know about you, but I like roller coasters. We all do, right? I'm more of a theme park enthusiast than a coaster enthusiast. I agree with you, DJ Dog, about having the in Denver, and I think we're going to get one in 2020. Like I said in my prediction, I think you're going to get the new Intamin trains for Superman. I think you're going to get the new in Denver, and I think because it's the 150th anniversary, and we're going to get into this a little later, I think you may get water park expansion, and I'll get into that after we do all the news. But to respond back, to finish off my thought about Cyborg. Oh, the other thing besides the flats was a dark ride. We got coasters, we got a bunch of flats. We need more flats, and we need a dark ride. It doesn't have to be. I know everybody wants Justice League. Forget that idea. It's gone. They're not doing Justice League rides, and no more. They're not doing them. You're gonna get some type of generic theme or whatever. Maybe something different. I don't know. But the park needs one. Shoot 'em up dark ride. The park needs it. But this is the step. You know what I'm saying? Like, Houdini is just like, the effects aren't working right. The audio's so low. The people don't really care about the theme of Houdini that much anymore. So it all leads to getting a proper dark ride. That's what I'm saying. All right, so next on the news block, Kings Island, short little tidbit of news. The Beast turns 40 this year, so they're going to go back to the original paint scheme, which was, it's kind of like a flaming, so to speak, thing. The front cars are going to be red. The middle cars are going to be orange, and the back cars are going to be yellow. So they're going to go back to the original paint scheme for the Beast. So I think it's a nice touch. I do like that Cedar Fair Parks, that when there's an anniversary, they like to do due diligence to a lot of the, like the classic rides. I loved, like the repaint, do something like King's Dominion did with Apple Grove there, Candy Grove. With the apples and redoing the mushrooms and redoing the area, and King's Island doing this with the Beast and, so on and so forth, what they're doing. I really appreciate that about Cedar Fair doing that. I wish Six Flags would do more of that stuff. And I talked to the park this week about the 150th anniversary. That's also in the 2020 video, so you can hear more about that then. I had a great conversation with the park about it, and you'll hear more about. I mean, I don't go into the conversation with the park, but there's more conversation coming up, we'll say. All right, so what I downloaded was I don't know how many you've seen it. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it. I just got to insert it in here. Hang on, give me a second to put it in here. But the concept artwork that supposedly leaked for the Harry Potter coaster at Islands of Adventure. Now, hang on here. If I disappear for a second, don't worry. I will. I'm just blowing this up here. I want everybody to see this. I'm going to add some audio, and then we're going to talk about it. All right, so if you look at this, this is potentially what the final product would look like for this ride for Islands of Adventure. So everybody knows they get rid of Dueling Dragons, and matter of fact, I just want to make sure that I give the proper people credit. This came from OrlandoParkStop.com that released this, so I want to make sure I give them the credit on this photo. I didn't get it, nobody gave it to me, so on and so forth. So just wanted to let that out there. So if you want to check them out, show them some love, whatever. But with this photo, and people, and they did a lot of the investigation work based on the aerial photos, that things are matching up based on it. So this is supposedly, I guess, an Intamin coaster, I guess. Multiple launch. I heard this drop track section. I mean, nobody knows because there's nothing official from the park. So anything I'm talking about is hearsay. It's not official because, well, the park didn't announce. All they've announced that one's coming this year. Obviously, it doesn't look like this exactly. There's still construction going on. I heard the coaster is testing. So I don't know any more than that. But if you look, you can see water down in the bottom of it. Right now, when you look at the ride itself, it really looks like it's not, filled in with water. So this is what you potentially could be looking at for when it opens up later in the summer, which everybody knows I am the biggest Harry Potter hater on the planet. I hate the movies that I've seen. I don't care. I don't know why, but the movies do absolutely nothing for me. I've even gone back and rewatched it to try. I'm like, I just can't. It just does nothing for me. Now, I've always said the Hogwarts ride in Islands of Adventure was phenomenal. I said Gringotts Bank was a pile of crap over in Orlando, and I get crapped on all the time for saying that. They're like, no, it's the best thing since sliced bread. No, it's not. The area that they made, the themed area all around the ride, is beautiful. You got the joke shop, you got the dragon breathing the fire, the outside of the bank, the whole little town and all that and everything. Beautiful. Like, I give them tons of props for that. It's beautiful. I'm not knocking that at all. The ride sucks. So, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, well, this one supposedly, I haven't heard about the Busch Gardens 2020. I'm so far out of the loop with the SeaWorld parks. Like, I keep missing all the announcements. And, like, I see things, like, come by. Like, I know they've been talking a lot about stuff for Busch Gardens and SeaWorld parks, and I keep missing out on it. But we'll see what happens. But I will say that this coaster has me excited. Just the things that I've heard. I'll hold off my true judgment until I can actually ride it. We all know, don't go anywhere near the park when it first opens for like the first month. Just stay away. Let the hype die down and then go. That's all you can do. What else did I got on here for news? All right, so the last tidbits of news that I got for the Cedar Fair and Cedar Fair and what do you call it? Six Flags. No, I'm just gonna read the blips of how much money they made and all this other stuff, and then we'll get into all the other goody stuff like the Shane Dawson Chuck E. Cheese video, which I found hilarious. But anyway, so let's start with Cedar Fair. So the end of the 2018 year financial results, the company reported a record full-year net revenues of $1.35 billion, up 2% from 2017. Attendance at Cedar Fair Parks in 2008 was a record 25.9 million guests, a 1% increase from 2017. Average in-park guest per capita spending in 2018 also increased 1% to a record $47.69. Higher occupancy rates and average daily room rates at the company's resort properties contributed to record out-of-park revenues of $152 million, or a 6% increase from the prior year. Continued demand for the company's award-winning Halloween events and the expansion of its Winterfest events in the fourth quarter of 2018 resulted in a 9% increase in net revenues over the prior year quarter. Sales to date in 2019 advance purchase commitments, including season passes, are up more than 25%. Driven by expanded season pass offerings, a strong capital program, immersive new events scheduled to debut in 2019. The company announced new long-term growth initiatives and a 2023 adjusted EBITDA target of $575 million, representing 4% CAGR over the next 4 years, whatever the hell that is. So it looks pretty good for. Yes, I did make mention of the RMC Raptor video, but we're going to talk about that. What do you call it? Oh, you know what, Lindsay? I remember hearing about this coaster now that you're talking about that. But the Raptor thing is in the 2020 video. We're going to kind of like go over that in a little bit, like the 2020 predictions, because I really want to hear from you guys what you guys think the parks are going to get. I mean, I know a lot of people are chiming in on the video, which is great. But, for the live show, it'll be great. As for Cedar Fair, that's a record year for them. There seems to be a slow up I see in these. And that's in a rant video that I got coming out. There's another video coming out this coming week about the Six Flags financial thing. But not about the financials, but about what's causing the problems at Six Flags. I think there's a slowdown coming. I think there's a real recession coming more sooner than later. But I think right now, in terms of the amusement industry with like Cedar Fair, Six Flags, their regional parks, and right now the economy is okay, so to speak, and people are spending their money going to other places, other better places. Hey, what's up, Monkey Matt? I know you've been sleeping all afternoon, evening, whatever. So I feel that I think what I want to do is I want to throw out the idea I had of we've talked about on the show and in videos about a resurgence of a somewhat coaster war, but I don't mean like the old days, like trying to outdo each other in a different way. I'm taking that back. They ain't doing that right now. I feel a slowdown's coming, and after seeing this report and the Six Flags one, I don't see any point in building crazy roller coasters because they're not getting the return on their investment. While these numbers are promising for Cedar Fair and Six Flags, the underlying effect of that is Cedar Fair is obviously faring better than Six Flags and all this. So kudos to Cedar Fair for having a strong year. But now let's go to the Six Flags one, and then we'll talk about so their stock was down 12 point. I think it ended up being like 16% the other day for yesterday, by the time. But anyway, so the theme operator stock was still inactive in the pre-market trade. Net income fell to $79.4 million or 93 cents a share from $98 million. So that's a red flag. It says $1.14 a share. In the same period a year ago, which included a tax reform benefit that beat the average analyst estimate for earnings per share estimated of 27 cents. According to FactSet, total revenues rose $269.5 million from $256.8 million, but the missed FactSet consensus of $284 million. The company said guest spending per capita increased 6%, attendance rose 3%, But there was a negative adjustment of $15 million related to delays in opening of some of the parks in China. Theme park admissions rose 11% to $152.3 million, above the FactSet consensus of $150.4 million, while theme park food, merchandise, other rose 7% to $102.3 million. To miss expectations of $103.8 million, the stock has rallied 12% over the past 3 months, while the S&P 500 SPX plus 0.8% has gained 1.9%. So, the video that's coming out, I don't want to go like too much into this because I want people to watch the video. If I tell you all now, you're not going to watch the video. I'll give you a little taste. I think there are many factors. Season pass pricing, the cloning of rides, putting rides everywhere, cheap season pass tickets, the long food lines, the parks aren't like totally clean, crappy employees. You'll hear the whole thing. Like, I go into some great detail about it. And I'm hoping, and I'm probably going to forward that to Six Flags to go, look, don't get mad. This is to help you. You need to see this. You need to see this from an outside perspective of what people are talking about, what people are thinking. So that's why, I'll probably catch some hate. Maybe I'll catch some love. I don't know. But the video is to get everybody to watch the video and to comment and get involved. Because any comments you guys leave, I can get to the park. You know what I mean? And then any other parks, I can get the information to the other parks. So, it doesn't matter. You don't have to be from New England to comment on this. You can be from any Six Flags, and I'll make sure to go through the proper channels. I don't have a Great Adventure 5-year plan. Not yet. What I'm going to do is, I got 2 videos releasing this coming week. And then we got the Grow Show on Thursday again. I'm not making any other videos this week, only because I need to get Fairtown done. The following week, I will, providing that Fairtown is in the can done, like so to speak, where I can watch it on my TV in my living room and see what I think about it. And then, but the following week, I want to try to start doing a Great Adventure 5-year plan. I want to do other like park 5 years. It's just fun. I just want to like get people involved. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to get people commenting on the videos, getting involved, and enjoying the community that we're building here together. Not just me, but everybody here. That's what it's all about. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, all right, so Lindsay says, I have a friend who's a Justice League op and has worked at the park for the past 4 seasons, says there are supervisors with less experience than her. There's a reason for that. It's not a very good reason, but there is a reason why. There's so much turnover in theme parks, whether it's regional or... I mean, like the Disneys and Universals tend to retain their talent longer than like a Six Flags, a Knoebels, or whoever, because like a Disney and Universal, you have better opportunities in the future to move up, maybe to Disney movies or Universal movies or other movies or TV shows or stuff. Having that on your resume is good. Actually, doing anything in the parks is good to get a resume if you're trying to make that your career. Now, the reason for that, like Lindsay Entertainment says, is because of the fact that Six Flags doesn't pay their employees well. You have kids that are either in college or teenagers that are there for a paycheck, trying to make friends, trying to bang each other, whatever, trying to party, not really paying attention. And that's why you have that. So people just keep turning out. They're like, screw this. Who gets fired? Who leaves? Who hates it? Who whatever. And that's a problem. If you look at a place, I'm going to give you a great example. How many of you have been to Dollywood? And the reason why I ask that and say that is they don't have kids running their rides. There's a reason for that. They want to keep their ops like going. Six Flags needs to kind of like change how their management is, their supervisors. They need to change how they train their employees and all that. Until that happens, you're going to get people like that. You're going to have someone like your friend that's a great worker. He's an op. Maybe he doesn't want, maybe never got the chance. Maybe they don't see him as management type or supervisor type or don't want to pay him the money. these chains don't want to pay good because then they're going to make less money for the stockholders. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you're going to get crap. It's hard to retain good employees because they're going to want more money. And then when the parks go, I ain't giving that to you. See you later. Because everybody's replaceable. Even Jen McGrath, even Pete Carmichael. Everybody is replaceable. Everybody. They will replace you in 2 seconds. Now, they try to keep the management and all that. Oh, sorry, Sorry. But to be able to maintain and keep like good quality employees, unless somebody doesn't give a crap about the money and just does it for the love, you're not going to get good workers. Go to Dollywood. You know what I'm saying? And you will see, like I talk about all the time on the show. Go ride Blazing Fury. They have this old woman. I don't know if she's still alive, if she still works there. I hope she works there. God bless this old. She's probably 70s, late 60s, maybe even 80. I don't know. But we'll just say she's in that older range. She's a spitball of fire, and every time she hits the button to get that ride to go, she's like, fire and ho! All excited. She's not. You need to get people that care. Like, it's not just, I get it, people, summer job, you want the paycheck. I get it. You want a paycheck. There's more to it than that, let me tell you. And Six Flags would do itself a favor if they would change their training procedures and maybe paid a little more. It all goes full circle. If you have happier, better, harder working employees, the guests are having fun, you're not having long lines, etc., etc., etc. Well, trust me, you can get, when you're at a ride, and Zach would know more, and other people that have operated. I've never operated a ride, so to be able to stand there all day, I don't know how long each shift you're sitting there hitting buttons or whatever you're doing. I know that they switch off, like the operator come down, do the restraints, so that way you're not getting tired, you're paying attention, you're staying focused. So I don't know what that time length. Some people get bored. Some people don't get excited. Like, there are operators at parks that I've seen that get all, like, you have the one, and I hated going whoop whoop or whatever they're doing, and I hate that, whatever the hell they do. And I get it, but you need people to be excited. You need to get people engaged. You need to care. You need to pay attention. You need to make sure you're doing your job. It's not a paycheck. I mean, well, it's a paycheck, but it needs to be more than that. Theme parks are a place where family come to get away from the bullshit. You know what I mean? I want to go and get sucked into what I'm doing. I want to forget about, I have no money. I spent it all on my bills. Or something, my dog died. Oh, I don't have a dog, but just using that. You get where I'm going with that? You go for an escape. I don't want these crappy teenage kids ruining my time because they're not paying attention. They're not doing their job. It's stupid. And I wish parks realized this. Like, I really wish I could be in charge of how they train people and all, and hire people and all that, because it would be a totally different park or a company or whatever, because I know why they're doing what they're doing, because they're a publicly traded company. Having a stock out there and having to behold to the stupid shareholders screws everything up. Well, yeah, and it goes both ways. Having crappy guests, that's not good either. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get that. Like, it goes both ways. There are rude guests and there are crappy employees. It goes both ways. Hopefully less crappy employees and better experiences with the guests. I know that's tough. So it's tough. It's tough all around. It's stupid. But I think, watch the video. I go in great detail when it comes out. All right, so I want to talk about Fright Kingdom first. What I did was I put the video on Hauntapalooza, because this is not, Halloween time. So I have the Hauntapalooza podcast. So if you didn't subscribe, shame on you. You need to go subscribe to Hauntapalooza. And that's where all the Halloween stuff's going. During, like Fright Fest and the Haunted Graveyard and stuff, like, the Halloween season, there will be videos for SFNEOnline. But we're trying to do like Halloween all year long. You know, it's building. We're building up the content. We've been doing a lot of like Jeremy and I. Did like some album reviews for horror theme music with Ouija Mac and Light, and we talked about when we did the Big Ballers from Insane Clown Posse's record labels Christmas party, and we do haunt reviews, and we're taking some of the behind the scenes, re-editing it and adding stuff that was taken out of it and put into it that hit the cutting room floor to make it different so it's not the same. You know, we're just testing out reviewing TV shows. I'm going to be doing movies and just anything to do with horror and Halloween. That's what it's going to be. Instead of like putting it on SFNEOnline's YouTube, that's where it's going to go. So if you want to see the Fright Kingdom review, it's got pictures of the inside. You can see the review. But I want to say that it was a one night only Valentine haunt. It was awesome. I had a lot of fun with it. Definitely worth the money. And you can watch the video. So I just wanted to let you know that they did that. It was a one night only thing. If you didn't go, you missed out because it was awesome. Yeah. All right, so I want to talk about the Shane Dawson Chuck E. Cheese video. I'm sure a lot of you people, let me answer Ryan Hackman's question first about RMC Raptor for Great Adventure. I know you're hooked on this Raptor thing, and the reason why I said either way, you're probably most likely going to get an RMC. See, we all kept hearing Raptor, and then the Raptor thing died out. And then all of a sudden this ground up to be something. It could either be like how Outlaw Run is, or it could be like how like Wicked Cyclone is, just from the ground up. And then it was like they might be doing like a throwback kind of like thing to Rolling Thunder. You know, maybe it's like Steel Thunder. I don't know. So it could go either way. Either way, I feel Great Adventure is going to get an RMC coaster, and you're going to win either way. The only thing, and I like I said when I commented on the video, I just hope if they do get a Raptor that it's custom. It's not a copy of Fiesta Texas's. Like, make it its own thing. I'm tired of these things. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. You know. So anyway, so Shane Dawson, Chuck E. Cheese. I don't know how many of you know who the hell Shane Dawson is. Huge YouTuber. I started watching him on a whim last year. And then I started like watching his videos and how he edits and does things. And it's been helping me edit some stuff. I mean, I'll never be as good as he is. Maybe I will. I don't know. But he started this new like 2-part docuseries. These videos were an hour and 45 minutes long. Well, Monday he releases one about his conspiracy theory about Chuck E. Cheese pizza. Now, we all know Chuck E. Cheese, a chain of FECs, and I don't know how many of you eat the pizza. I love the pizza. I think the pizza's great, right? So the conspiracy theory about what do you call it? Is the pizza that's left over on your table, they take in the back and they put different pieces together from different pieces. You then kind of like put some new cheese on it and throw it back in the oven to give it, you know. But the reason why people thought that is because the pieces don't line up. They all look like different, and like when you cut, right? Like say you cut a pepperoni pizza, right? And you cut in the middle of a pepperoni. There should be two sides of the pepperoni, and then there's no two sides of the pepperoni. I love Chuck E. Cheese. I haven't been to one since my kids were little. But, so the whole thing's been funny. Like, he went in detail. Like, I don't know, the way he was editing this thing, it jumped around so much. I had to, like, kind of, like, catch because, like, there was 3 different things. A video about this chick he knew, and then the thing about Liar Bird, about cloning your voice, and you could type in and it's supposed to sound like you. I tried doing that, and the site hasn't been working, so I don't know. But regardless of that, so I think, like, in the first day, the video hit, like, 8 million views or something like that in a 24-hour period. And then they ended up with, it became such a popular thing, and I guess people were trashing Chuck E. Cheese, that Chuck E. Cheese came out and made a statement about, no, we don't do that. There is a rumor going around, and nobody's confirmed or denied this between Chuck E. Cheese and Shane Dawson, that Chuck E. Cheese sent Shane Dawson a cease and desist letter to get rid of that video. The video, I think, is still up. I know it's a rumor going around. Nobody knows for sure, but I heard this yesterday that potentially speculation that Chuck E. Cheese sent the cease and desist letter to Shane Dawson to get that video down because of the the reputation it's going to get about its pizza. They say, well, they're not going to be perfect, and what do you call it? Pieces, which I call BS on. Every pizza that I've ever had in my life, whether it's chain, like local mom and pop, whether you're making your own dough or not, it might not be perfectly formed, but at the same time, it should all line up, and their pieces don't line up. So I think at the end of the day, boys and girls, I think Chuck E. Cheese does. Regardless, I still like the pizza. I'll probably still eat the leftover pizza from the other guy. So who knows? But I just thought it was kind of funny, and I wanted to talk about it. Hey, it was an FEC. Shane Dawson talked about our childhood with Chuck E. Cheese and pizza that we've all grown to love. So yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I did last year lots, and this year I will ask. Well, it was so much fun, but without Sam Stamp, which is a non-visible disability pass, people get mad fast because they think they are better. Yeah, I mean, I've known people, and I'm not going to get into names because I got in trouble one time about calling stuff out. There are people that abuse the handicap passes. We all know that. And which makes it unfair to people. And I get where people's minds come from. Like, people think somebody that lost body parts or has a serious condition you can see are the only ones that should have passes. There are diseases and stuff like Parkinson's disease or fibromyalgia, and there's a lot of stuff out there that, I mean, even someone with autism, that you can't sit in the lines or whatever, and you can't stand for long periods of time, but you're still able to ride. And I get that, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think people should have to not be able to enjoy themselves. I mean, it's kind of like a catch-22 in a sense. There's some people with some serious disabilities. I mean, they don't want to be treated differently. They want to be able to enjoy themselves as best as they can when they go to a theme park. Obviously, certain circumstances you can't ride rides. I get it. And don't take this as I'm dissing disabled people, but at the same time, it's a little weird that there's people that are disabled, people that are in a lot of pain or whatever. I know they want to have a good time, but why would you go on a ride that could further hurt your disability? Hey, if you want to ride it on your own risk, by all means, have a blast, have a ball, do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? If you can ride it, go ride it, have a great time. Don't let me stop you. But it's just weird. Just in my mind, I always thought like someone that had like one of those disabilities that like you were in pain and they're still going to ride rides. Now, I give that person credit. Like, I remember there was times like I was in pain and I rode a ride and I'm like, oh, I can't do it. Like, I can't imagine somebody that's in continuous pain all the time riding a ride that could further disable you. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you want to ride it, you can ride it, you can get in and out, do what you got to do. By all means, have at it, have bull. You shouldn't be, I don't think anybody should not be able to ride. I mean, obviously, certain circumstances, certain rides you can't, obviously for safety reasons, but if you fit into the criteria of what the ride manufacturer says, by all means, do it. Do what you got to do, ride. You shouldn't be left out either. That's why I love that they have that park down in Texas that's all about disabilities so that kids and adults can go and enjoy, go in the water parks, go on the rides. I mean, they're not like a Superman roller coaster or nothing, but they have rides that people can enjoy and not feel left out. I like that. And like Give Kids the World, I know that Zamperella's been donating rides, and they have rides down there for the kids. I love it. All right, so let's do this 2020 Six Flags. Well, with the disabilities, it's just I just don't want to see somebody that's disabled that's like always in pain that could like, you know what I mean, like further injure themselves. I don't want to see anybody get hurt. I want you to enjoy yourself. You shouldn't be, what do you call it? You shouldn't be left out because of a disability. I mean, certain rides, yes, you can't ride. Like if you're missing limbs and stuff like that. I get that. That sucks. I know people with missing limbs and they can't ride stuff, and it sucks. They miss out on certain rides, but it's for safety reasons. Now, with that, if you can ride, by all means, go have a ball. Go do what you got to do. Everybody out there in this world deserves to be able to have some kind of fun in their life. You know what I mean? So, if you can manage to get on the rides and you can ride them without being thrown off, because like if you're not missing something, and by all means, go have fun, go do your thing. Yeah, I mean, I don't want anybody to think like I'm being a douche and going, because you got a disability, don't go to Six Flags. Please don't take it like that. I just worry. I just don't want to see somebody further get hurt if there is a disability you have that can further like really mess you up. Whatever disability, either if you do and you're still going to do it anyway, just be careful, have fun. That's all I can say. I am not the disability police. I don't ever want to be the disability police. Do I hate? I absolutely, don't get me wrong. I get pissed, like especially if I got a group of people, like we're next in line, and then they take our seats. I get it. They got their paper, their disability paper, and I get it. But yeah, go have fun. Like, we only go around this world once. Enjoy it however you can. If it means you can get on the roller coaster, you might feel a little pain, but it still makes you happy to ride. Go ride. That's just the way that I feel. I mean, it's tough. Like, I don't want people to think I'm being an ass. I just worry about certain people. You know what I mean? Yeah, like with the Happy Swing. Yeah, we saw that swing at IAPA this year. And I talked with the people from Give Kids the World. And I thought it was awesome that Zamparella did that. One, it's a good tax benefit. Two, they did something good for kids with terminal disabilities, illnesses, stuff like that. So there was no monetary gain in that at all. That's a well, in a sense, there could be. I mean, it's a good what do you call it? It's a great PR move. It's a great feel-good moment. They're actually doing good for those kids down at Give Kids the World. Two, it's a good way to go, hey, we gave this to Give Kids the World. They get a tax write-off. See, I always think of like the worst things about things. I'm such a douche when it comes to that. But there also could be the other flip side to it, that other parks see this and go, whoa, they can do that? So the mold's not going to go to waste. It's that company like down in Texas, I forgot the name of that park. They could go, whoa, let me buy one of those. They might even have one like that already, but you get where I'm going with that. Well, see, Isabella, you found a way to enjoy Six Flags, the shows. I'm sure you go and enjoy food. There are times, shockingly, that I go to the park. Sometimes I go by myself, and I don't really ride much. I just kind of like walk around, go film. I go and take in the sights and the sounds. I love that. Now, Eli asked, what do I think best thing for Lake Compounds is going to be in the years coming? Here's what I can tell you and what I do know, and things that when I talk to Jerry Brick's the president. I talk to him and he tells me what I can and can't talk about. So when I'm talking about, he told me I can talk about. They get a budget every year that they could afford a ride in the price range of Revolution. So with that, they could do that. He doesn't want to do that. he thinks in a marketing kind of level that's not really good for them. So he wants to take that money, save it for 3 years, and then go get a ride. But they're having a problem right now. The Wipeout is having issues, and the pirate ship is having issues. And right now, the next time they put an attraction in, is going to be for the water park. That's what he said. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get these rides to last, just so that they can, get a water attraction in. If they can't, the water attraction gets put on hold, and then they go get another attraction. He says he has, like, a bunch of different The thing I love about Jerry is, like, a lot of park personnel don't always go check out the rides, especially from, like, Six Flags and stuff. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Jerry goes and he rides all the rides, ones that people like us suggest to him. He goes and he checks out the different, rides. So he has a list of rides for the areas of, the pirate ship. And he has like 6 rides that can fit in Wipeout spot. So, if one of those goes between now and then, he's got, he knows what I don't know what they're getting for 2019. Probably nothing. 2020, I think, is when they're going to put in a ride. And right now, as long as those 2 rides last, you're going to get a water slide. I mean, they could sell kryptonite to like compounds. That's a problem solved. The thing with Jerry is once he's had a bad taste in his mouth from a ride, he don't want to bring that ride back. He had one of them rides like Twister at New England. Whatever you call them. You know what I'm talking about. Like what they used to have it where the Looper is at New England. But it was called Twister. They had one of those over there, and he don't want nothing to do. There's so many motors in them. They kept blowing. It's too expensive on maintenance. He's done. So, yeah, it's tough. Anyway, so 2020, Six Flags as a whole. Now, I know a lot of us here are from Six Flags New England, and like I already said, what I feel we're going to get doesn't necessarily mean it's right or wrong, and I'm sure that prediction is going to change as the year goes on, and that's it, yes. Yeah, so, so we've already talked about New England, so we don't need to talk about that again. I mean, unless you guys have something you think that I'm wrong about. So just to recap real quick, I said New Trains for Superman, the Zamperella Endeavor, and I said the possibly, maybe, like a water slide. So if there's something else if you think I'm wrong, let me know. And if not, what do you guys think about the other parks, the other Six Flags parks? What do you think for 2020 is going to come for Great Adventure? I know, what's his name there? Ryan is all about the RMC Raptor. So do you people agree with his thinking? An RMC coming. What do you think about Darien Lake? What do you think about all the other parks? I mean, Marcus Bean. What do you think Fiesta Texas is going to get for 2020? We all know what they're getting for this year. But what do you think they're going to get for 2020? I'd love to know what you guys think, what the Six Flags parks are going to get, besides what I said. But what do you guys think other parks are going to get? I don't know if you have an opinion one way or another. But it'd be good to... yeah, I mean, when I go to make these predictions, one, it's not the Holy Grail because I don't know. Two, when I go look, I look at the last, like, say, 3 to 4 years, depending upon the park. And I go, when was the last time they got a coaster? Like the whole water park thing. What are they, and then what do they need? Now, we all know sometimes what they need isn't always what they get. I mean, did we need Cyborg at New England? No, but that's what we got. So, I honestly think, because Fiesta's like becoming one of those kind of test parks for Six Flags with water slides and rides and stuff like that. So, That's how I, yeah, to try to predict it, and trust me, I don't even know what my percentage of right and wrong is. I have no clue, not a clue. Technically, I was right for this, for 2019 flat ride, wrong flat ride, but flat ride. So, like I said, I don't know what you guys think. You know, at least, yeah, you've been to good ones: Hershey, Lake Compounds, Six Flags and Wind, Canopy Lake, Great Escape. I mean, Great Escape is like a mixed bag. When you look at Great Escape, I feel so bad for him. Like, what do you call it? There's just. I mean, I get the demographic they're in. It's a tourist town. They get more water. Their water park is very popular. You're not going to see it like a Goliath or a Superman there ever. I mean, I would like to see Gotham City Gauntlet get removed and sent there. I think that would be a good fit in for them. Yeah. Well, yeah, over Texas had the Sky Screamer first. And, what was this? I say next roller coaster will be 2021. So they're going to put an aqua twist in Swashbuckler's spot and relocating Swashbuckler to Plaza de Carnival as Hurricane. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad assumption there. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's work going on over by King Dakar there, that old play structure. I don't know what's going on over there. People are assuming that's over there, like a coaster of some sort's going over there. I don't know. There's so many rumors going around. Nobody knows nothing. And I can't get any inside action yet on that. Usually I first find out about Six Flags New England, earlier in the season. And then it changes back and forth, and then I start hearing the other stuff. Yeah, I would love to see a Wooden Warrior Invader at. Well, which park are you talking about? You're talking about Great Adventure. You would never get something that little. I mean, I shouldn't say never, but it would have to be big enough to be able to at least accommodate 2 trains. Yeah, those lighthouse water slides at Lake Compounds are pretty good. I enjoy those myself when I ride them. Yeah, SeaWorld. Yeah, they got the. Wait, are they getting the Wow, my brain is like poof. Are they is San Antonio getting the dive coaster next year? Or is that this year? Next year? Next year. Yeah, Invader runs 2 trains and it always has a line, which is a shame. Maybe they need to run 3 trains. I don't know. Well, the track's too small to run even all that. So I don't know. I don't know. Like, San Diego in 2020. Okay. Like I said, this like SeaWorld did like a crazy thing and started like announcing stuff for like, like all this crazy stuff for the next couple of years between Busch Gardens and SeaWorlds and all that. They're just like going crazy, which is great. I'm glad that they're doing that, and they really need to up their thing to kind of get the blackfish thing away and everybody forgetting about the killer whales and all that stuff. I think that's the right decision to do. Adding Sesame Street, I think is something that needs to be done. Now, I want to talk about 5-year plan because I don't remember what I said. I don't even think I wrote it down. Maybe I did. Oh, wait, I did. I did. And I kind of want to change it. I thought about something that I didn't talk about. A thought came in from a conversation on a 2020 Six Flags prediction video. Now, I said 2020, New Superman train in Denver race the slide. Just the water slide. Then 2021, I said a launch coaster. So it's probably like, what do you call it? Max Force at Six Flags Great America. Yeah, I forgot about Frontier City, but that's for another video. Then I said 2022 flats. I said 2023 flats. Then I said 2024 coaster. But I want to change one of those flat years to a rethemed Kidsopolis to DC Friends, like they did down in Over, Georgia. And the reason why I say that is Kidsopolis isn't looking as bright and shiny as it did. Six Flags is on a DC kick and wanting to utilize that IP for everything it can. And I hate to say it, I think it's going to happen. Anybody who's got a Kidsopolis, I think the next thing is to do the DC Friends and retheme everything to the DC stuff. That's what I think is going to happen. And I don't know why they want to do that. You know, pretty soon they should just change Six Flags to DC Amusement Park or DC Parks or something, you know. That's the way it's heading, and I hate to say it, but I think that's what's probably going to happen. I don't know which year, but I'll just take one of those two and throw it in there. But I'm going to wait till I start hearing a little bit more and seeing things when I get back in to the park this season, because I want to check things and see things to see if things I'm thinking of happening or if I have to adjust. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I said for right now. I don't know. What do you guys think about the 5-year plan for? And I'm talking about Six Flags New England, not the other parks. What do you guys agree? Do you guys not agree? Do you think I'm far off? Do you think I'm right on? I don't know. That's for you guys to let me know. You know, like I said, 2020, I say Superman trains. The Zembrella in Denver, which would be like Supergirl. And then possibly What It's Like, because it's the 150th anniversary. Then 2021 launch coaster, flats for 2022-23, but change one of those to you know, do the kids, you know, and then 2024 possible new coaster. But when I say like new coaster, something's going to get removed. You know what I mean? And when I make my 5-year plan video again later in the year, I am going to go into depth what I think over the years, what's going to be removed and what's going to be added. I was just kind of like throwing this out there to kind of get the conversation started. Yep. 2 new trains for the old. Well, the problem is 2 new trains because the original trains you can't get anymore. They had to have parts specially made. So if they want to keep Superman going, they're going to have to throw the investment in. I know it's a big investment. That's not really market. It's not marketable at all. Hey, new trains for Superman. You know, that's not really a thing. You mean El Diablo, the looping coaster? Is that what you're talking about? Is that what you're talking about? Because I don't really have much to say on that. For El Diablo. So yeah, so the final thing I got to talk about, and then I guess, yeah, I don't even know who the hell. Well, if it's Gil Morrow, is that the film director? No, that's somebody else, right? Not Superman, the old one. What do you mean the old one? What are you talking about? What old coaster? The Superman? No, you said not Superman, but I don't know. I'm kind of lost. I know everybody's jumping around with comments, but so anyway, so the last thing that I got to talk about, then we can go off on a merry Friday way. Great Wolf Lodge. On the whim, this week we booked to go tomorrow to Great Wolf Lodge in Massachusetts. So I got cameras charging and getting ready to. I got a pack still. I didn't back. The old coaster in the middle near the drop tower. Oh, what are you talking about? Rolling Thunder? Gotta go. The ramp's getting slammed. Have a good evening, Marcus Beaton. So anyway, so I'm going to try and do some live videos again from Great Wolf Lodge tomorrow. We're gonna, make a vlogged video about Great Wolf Lodge. If there's anything from the Great Wolf Lodge in Massachusetts that you'd like to see that maybe I haven't. Oh yeah, an old coaster has to leave before. Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. So we're gonna film stuff. So if there's anything you want me to film at Great Wolf Lodge, let me know. We'll make that happen. So there's that. So there's gonna be a bunch. I'm gonna try and do some stuff. Yeah, I know. It's for somebody's birthday, and I really wish they could have done it another weekend, but we couldn't. So I'll just see what everybody else posts. So whoever's going to Nor'easter tomorrow, please post information. If anybody films the presentations, please send them my way to watch. On your YouTube channels, please let me watch them. Yeah, Thunderbolt. I don't know if they're ever going to make that run 2 trains. I wish they would. I wish that Superman gets the new trains. And New York Toy Fair is also this weekend. Yeah, like, Thunderbolt could be if they change the brake system. I don't think they want to. I don't think they would love to see the drop slide. Are you talking about the drop slide? You know what, DJ Dog, I would definitely film it for you, for what you do, and people want to see it. I mean, I can't be there to film it, so unfortunately, I can't upload it to YouTube. And usually, when I go, that's what I do. I upload it, and people enjoy seeing that kind of stuff. For the people that can't be there. It would be in your best interest to film. Trust me when I tell you. Because I would be doing it if I was there. I'd have my tripod all set up. I'd be doing it. I'd be doing the damn thing. I'd find me a good seat. I'd get the extra early to get a good seat and film it. But that's me. Unfortunately, I can't go. And, so, I don't know. Oh, the drop slide. Oh, okay. Yeah. Drop slide at, I have never, you know what? I've never ridden that there. But I have my wrist strap for, it goes, my GoPro, was it the 7? Yeah. My Hero 7. I have the piece that goes on the wrist, and I can just, and then do that. So we could do that. I plan on doing all the slides. Well, no, it doesn't have the old-fashioned handbrake that I know. I think it's mechanical, but it still has the skid brakes. And that's the reason why they don't run 2 trains, because back when, they had a little fender bender when it was wet out and it slid and it couldn't stop and it smacked the other one, so they just only run 1 train. So it is what it is. But anyway, I rode the last run of Thunderbolt in 2012. The week later was Storm Sandy. Wow. You're getting crazy with this Pablo, Rual, Pedro, whatever, El Toro. The maintenance... El Sentimental, the key maintenance points for success before cutting and expanding. So, in any case, I am going to film what I can with all the slides, and we'll rock it that way. And we're just going to make a vlog video and do some cool stuff. And I'll try to show you what I can of, what do you call it? Great Wolf. And then we'll, walk around. And I'll do a Facebook Live video. Walking around, showing you guys stuff tomorrow on Facebook. So make sure you follow us, SFNEOnline on Facebook. And if you see us go live, by all means, join us. Say hello. There is no snowfall. I don't see any snowfall in the forecast for tomorrow, hopefully. I hope not. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I got some packing to do. I will see you guys next Thursday. Same bat time, same bat channel. And we will do the damn thing. So until next week, everybody, have a great weekend. Have a great time at the Nor'easter. And I will see you guys next week. Peace out, y'all. Keep on coasting, y'all.